the most studied supplement to ever exist. This is creatine. Chris Bumstead, Novak Djokovic, Harry Kane, David Lade, and many other high-level athletes all use creatine to enhance their training and performances. It's well known to improve muscle mass, strength, recovery, and even cognitive functions. However, it's also stated that creatine can cause hair loss, kidney damage, and bloating. So which of these statements are true? Is creatine good or bad? Will it actually improve my gains? Don't worry, in this video, I'm going to cover everything related to creatine. I'm going to answer all of the questions and provide you with a concrete answer on whether you should take creatine or not. So without further ado, let's get into it. So what exactly does creatine do? Creatine can help in a lot of different ways. Essentially, it helps a lot with performance. So getting those last 1 to 2 reps when you're in the gym can also help with strength increases, better performance, as well as better endurance and recovery. On top of that, creatine can actually help with boosting cognitive functions such as better memory and better focus. So creatine has a whole host of really good benefits. Now, I could bore you with the scientific explanations about ATP molecules and how it's related to creatine, but essentially all that you need to know is that creatine allows you to lift heavier for longer with more reps before fatigue starts to kick in. So let's get into the most common myths surrounding creatine. Does it make you bloated? This is actually a very common belief from a lot of people, thinking that creatine will make you bloated, but the truth is it won't unless you take huge amounts of it, like 10 or 20 grams per day, and do a loading phase. Then you may start to feel bloated. And within your muscles, they're around 70 to 80% water anyway. So although creatine will help to retain water within your muscles and your body, it's not going to make you like crazy bloated and just make you look like you're pregnant just from taking a little bit of creatine. Another myth: does creatine cause hair loss? This has got to be the most popular myths out of them all. Now, as creatine is the most studied and researched supplement on the planet, there has been hundreds of studies to find out if creatine causes hair loss. So in 2021, there's a peer-reviewed journal which was led by a team that collectively published over 200 peer-referenced articles on creatine supplementation. And within this massive study, the data analysis concluded that the majority of available evidence does not support a link between creatine supplementation and hair loss or baldness. And another logical question that you might be thinking: does creatine cause kidney damage? And going back to the same peer-reviewed journal, from its findings, it concludes that creatine, when ingested at recommended dosages, does not result in kidney damage and or renal dysfunction in healthy individuals. So again, as long as you take the recommended dosages of creatine, you shouldn't have these side effects and you shouldn't have any kidney damage or loss of hair. And in terms of whether creatine is safe and good to use, it's 100% natural. It's not a steroid, so your mom and dad don't have to worry that you're taking some crazy magical powder. It's completely natural. And it's even found in natural products such as steaks and fatty fishes, so it's very safe. Now with creatine, there are so many good benefits. However, what about the negatives? The only real negative about creatine is that it can act as an amplifier. So for example, if you already have issues with balding and hair loss, it can amplify that and make it worse. And pretty similar with stomach issues too. If you already have kidney problems, then it can make that worse. So creatine can enhance already existing issues and problems. And with creatine, some people are non-responders. So this means they can take creatine, but nothing will happen and no benefits will occur. So what you'll want to do is just trial out creatine for about a month or so, see if it works for you, and then you can decide just through trial and error. Cool, so that's the main topics around creatine. Now, how exactly do you take it? Honestly, it's so simple. all you need to do is take 3 to 5 grams every single day. The best times to take it would be before or after a workout, and it doesn't matter too much whether it's before or whether it's after. In terms of the best type of creatine, I would recommend creatine monohydrate. It's the most studied, the most researched, and it's just the best one to take. There are a few different forms with creatine, so you can take it with water and with the powder form, or you can use capsules or pills. But me personally, I like to take it in the powdered form, and I just use the unflavored. However, it can be a little gritty, so for people who prefer a better taste, you can use a flavored option. I get my creatine and supplements from My Protein, and creatine is ridiculously cheap. With code Beckles, you can get a 250 gram bag of creatine for just £8.86. And if you're taking 3 grams a day, that little bag of creatine will last you for 83 days, meaning that one serving of creatine will cost you roughly 10p per day. And that's for increased muscle mass, better strength, better performance in the gym, and potentially better cognitive abilities. So for all of the benefits and the amount of research and safety that's been put into it, it's literally a no-brainer. And you can access the My Protein site by clicking the first link in my description and using code Beckles. Thanks a lot, guys. Legends. Now, I'm going to take you through the experience of using creatine and what exactly it's like over the course of 30 days. So what's it actually like taking creatine? After 7 days, you'd feel stronger in the gym within your sessions. At 14 days, you'll notice more fullness in your muscles due to water retention and recover faster in between your workouts. And after 28 days, you'd start to experience better cognitive abilities like better memory and improved focus on cognitive tasks. So in short, to summarize the video, I would recommend taking creatine every day and just the recommended dosages, which is 3 to 5 grams, and you've got nothing to lose. So accessible and safe due to all of the research. So you might as well just try it out and see if it works for you. And with supplements, it can be super overwhelming. So if you wanted to see a complete video about which supplements to take, which ones to avoid, and all of the benefits and information you'd ever need, you can click on this video right here. And as always, drop a like, drop a subscription, and I'll catch you next time.